Okay, so this is my final submission. Please bear with me as I've tried to make like a lot of these videos, and it's been tough. But yeah. So this is me finishing my Maui assignment. As you can see, we have two distinct views right here, and I'm just gonna go through it all. So we're gonna add ourselves a course. It's called 30 through 30, and we have a blog description. Let's add ourselves another course, and we're gonna call this course. Let's call it Mad 3105 because it's separable. And you can change our description to be something else. And as you can see, we now have two courses. So if we wanted to add an assignment to it, we would just say homework 1. And this is our homework. And it's 100 points. And it's due Saturday. Let's add this into our 30 through 30 class. And if we wanted to check and make sure that it's there, we just click View Assignments. Boom, it's there. Alright, now let's add ourselves a module as well. Module 1. Doesn't really matter what the description is. And we can submit it. So now that we know our module is in there. Okay, how do we check? Well, we go to our View Module. Boom. Alright, so now we've seen it. We know, hey, we can view modules. We can assign. We can add ourselves into these. Now let's go into our enrollments and add ourselves a student. Let's call myself Gavin McDavitt, Jr. Let's add ourselves Mia McDavitt. Alright, that's my sister, and I'm going to make a joke at her. Uh-oh, she dropped out. So, but it's a good thing my mom went in, so we can just re-update it. So my mom's name Maritza, and she's actually a senior. But we actually don't need my mom, so we remove her from this list. Now we can go back to our courses. We can actually add ourselves into it. So if we go in here and make sure that we're adding ourselves to the 30-30, click on it, and now we're in the class. So we can go back. How do we know we're in the class? Well, we know we put ourselves in 30-30. So we can go here, and we can view our assignments. Boom, there's our assignment. Little functionality navigation problem I'm having. View module, our module's there. Alright, so that pretty much shows everything. The only thing we have left is to show a submit, and the submit won't work. That's the one issue I've had. This is our submission. And it should not work. Yep, it breaks it entirely. So that's the one part that I wasn't able to implement. Alright, so how does this work? Well, it's in our admin view, and this holds all of our images that will then be used so that we can call other functions. So if we want to add a person, refresh it, remove, edit a person, add a course, add a student to a course, add a module to a course, view our module, add an assignment, change what we're looking at between a course and a courses or the enrollment right here, and then we can view the assignments for each course. So relatively, easy. Let's say we want to add ourselves a person. We go here, go to implementation, and then we want to click add enrollment. It'll actually make sure that we create a student. So we go to our student born view right here, and this is our radio buttons that we were seeing earlier. So if I go back, reshow, instructors, enrollments, add a student. Here's our radio buttons, and there's our submit and return button, as well as our name, our entry for our name. So there's the name. There's our radio buttons. We can submit it, or we can go back. And if we submit it, and if we submit this, then it will actually add ourselves to the list. As we can see, if it goes to add to list, we can go to this implementation, and we have an ID. If our ID is less than or equal to 0, then we just add ourselves a new person. But if it's somebody different, we actually create we actually get the person by their ID, and we update that person's name and classification. So our add and our edit is all in this one function, and then it sends us back to our admin. So as we go back to our admin, which is right here. We can say, okay, so add enrollment and edit enrollment will take you to the same place because they're all taking you to student born. And student born is then telling you to submit. So that's how that works. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. And if we go back here, here. All right, so what else do we want to do? We want to, let's see, go to our courses. And let's see, do we want to show add a course? Let's show add a course. So if we want to create a course, okay, go to our create a course view, which is right here. So when we click add a course, this is what shows up. Our entry for our name, code, and description, as well as 2 buttons. So here's our 2 buttons right here, add a course and return. And here's our path for our code, our description, and our name. Okay. And let's see some of the code behind for that. And we can either go back to our instructor page if we press cancel or return, or we can actually add ourselves to the course. So how do we do that? We go to the definition, and then we say that to add course, it'll just say, okay, go to the course service, add a specific course, and that's the course that we chose. Then we choose a new course, so that way it doesn't keep, that way you actually hold more than one item. Because if you don't have this line right here, it will stay at that one specific course, and it will never let you change. It will only let you edit the one course that you have. So that's why you have to create a new instance. And then it takes you back to the admin. So if we go back to our admin view, okay, well, okay. Now let's go and do add student to course. So we go here, go to our definition, and it says, okay, if we want to add our student to our course, we need to go to our correct view model. So that would be add student to a class. So when you click on add student, let me go create one more. Sorry, I had to reload the file, so nothing that was saved there earlier. Gavin McDavitt. Submit. Okay, courses, add a course, COP 3330, description, add a course. Okay. Now let's add ourselves in. Okay. What we had to do, we had to make sure we clicked on this so it knows what their selected course is, selecting on our name, and then selecting put student in class. Then we can go back. So, as we can see, this is what it was showing. Not in the class, who is in the class. Okay, this is our button that says put the student inside the class. There's our background color. And then this shows students that are not in a class and students that are in a class. So students that are in a class are all the way on the right, and the students that are not in a class are all the way on the left. And then we can just return. So, relatively simple to add a student. So, let's say if we want to add ourselves an assignment. Let's go to homework 1. And we'll make it 1,000 points because it's the most important homework of their lives, and it's due Saturday. And we just submit it. So, how do we do that? Well, we're going to have to go back to our admin view, and then we have to go to create assignment for course. Go to our definition, and then that just goes to our view model that says, hey, you got to create an assignment. But for us, it's just called add assignment to class. So, when you add ourselves an assignment, as you can see, we have a label for our name, but also an entry so for us to enter, a description, the total points, and the due date. Okay, so we have our little date picker, which allows us to pick a date. And then we select the course to add our assignment to, which is right here. This is our list. Then we can either submit this or go back and do nothing. I'm going to go back and do nothing on this part. And I'm going to show you how it works. So, as we're trying to add an assignment, we go here to add an assignment. So we go to our definition, and it says add assignment to our list through our course service. And then we go back to the admin. And I'll show you the course service at the end. Okay, so now we've added ourselves an assignment. Add ourselves a course. Now we just need to show add module. So how does the add module work? Well, go back here, add module. So this is it. And this will take us to, go to implementation. Nope, this one. Go to definition. So we just go here, and it's in our add module. Okay, so in our add a module, this is the code behind. Here's the XAML. So when we actually try to add a module, what do we see? Well, we see a list of current modules. So since we have none, that's why nothing's there. Okay, we see our name and our description. So I can pop it over. We have our name, our description, submit, and a return. Submit, return, name, entry. Okay. And then we go to code behind. And if we want to actually add ourselves a module, well, in our add module, it has a thing for our course service to add a module to a course. Then we go back to our admin. Okay. So now we need to view assignments, which means we have to go to here, view assignments. Where? Why can't I see it? View modules, show people up there. It is. So we go to this definition, and this tells us that we're going to view assignments. So, and we want to add an assignment, and so we click. Whoa, that's not it. That's not it. Add assignment to class, student, admin, assignment submission, student view, student born, module view. This is. Why am I getting stuck here? I'm always getting stuck around the 12-minute mark. God damn it. Sorry. I'm stressing out because I've done so many of these, and then I get lost in my train of thought, and I feel like a big, dumb, freaking. I don't want to curse in front of you, so. Okay. Let's show our view modules. That's probably going to be easier because that'll take us straight to the view module view. Okay. And then we go right here. Go to definition. All right. So this takes us here. But here's how we are going to view our modules. We call fetch, which just gets us all of the modules for a specific course. We clear the list out, and then we just say, hey, in this new one right here, let's add each of them. We're going to add it all back in. So that's how we use the fetch. And then our add module, we just check to make sure the module is not null. And as long as it's not null, we can add our module into our course. So that's how we're adding it. Through all of this is through our course serve. Okay. So that's our view. That's that. Let's go to our view assignment. Okay, we got the submit, return right there. And it will show us our list of assignments that we have. So, homework 1, description, 1,000 points. We can either submit it or not. I have no idea whether in this video I've shown that if you try to submit an assignment, it does not work. It will actually just break the code. So, submit, breaks it. See? Okay. So, just in case I didn't show that already. And let's go back to our admin view. Nope, I want to go to this one. Alright, now that we have selected our add views, I think the only thing we have left really is to show that we've already done view module, haven't we? Go to definition. Oh yeah, we actually have already done that. Shown that one. Alright, so that means we've shown everything there. Let me go into our course serve so you can see that. Or actually, let's just done this. Add an assignment. If we want to add an assignment to our list, it's just a call to our course serve. And then we go back to admin. These are all our getters and setters. Using the notify property change, it updates the UI. We have an observable collection of courses. And then these are going to be used for our binding context. The list is, where's our list? Anyways, when we try to create an assignment, we'll create a new assignment and a submit date. That's when we have to submit it. Let me see. Let me think. Date, time. No, this is just updating it in real life. So yeah, and let's just see if I haven't shown any of this. If we are putting a student into a course, we're just saying going to our course service and saying, hey, add this person and this object right here. Going back to their admin and finalizing students in a class, which is right here in our constructor. Sorry, we have a course instance that grabs our course by the name. We're going to say the students in the class is equal to a new list. We finalize that list. So students in a course, we're going to get the roster, we clear it, we add it all back, and then we update it. Very similar process that we do in a lot of the code. So yeah, that's, I feel like pretty much everything. I mean, there's not much else to this. Yeah, I've already shown this. Oh, yeah, let's go show the student view now. Student view. So, go back. Here's our student hub. We haven't created a student, so there's nobody there. I had to redo it. So we go to our instructor. We're going to add student. Let's call him Gavin. He's a sophomore. Submit it. Okay. I've definitely already shown you the CRUD functionality. So we can just go in here. Let's add ourselves a course. 30. Add ourselves a course. Add students to this course. And we're in. Boom. Okay, so cool. Now that we're in, I want to go back. Students. What? Why is he not there? Oh my gosh. That's weird. That should be there. I bet if I remake it, I bet it will be there. I bet it will. Yeah, guarantee. Guarantee if I reload it right now, it will be there. I don't even know why. It's not working. Instructors, we're going to add ourselves a course. Adding course, enrollments, add student, daily, junior, submit, and if we go return, student view, there's John Daly. That's weird. I don't understand why I did that. And, oh, he's not in a class yet, so we have to add him to a class. And now we're in the class. So, in our student view, we should see view assignment, view module, submit, and return. Okay. Here's our submit. Here's our return, the view module, and the view assignment. Okay. Okay, if we want to view in modules, we use our binding context to make a student view model, which is right here. And these will be used for our binding context. These are our instances. Okay. Create a new observable collection of people, of students that are inside the roster. Create a new course, and then we say, are the students visible? Yes. Are the courses visible? No. Okay, if we want to view in the assignment, relatively easy. We're just taking the course's name by URL. So that's when we are right here inside our student hub. We need to actually know what class we're in. So for some reason, the reason that it's not there is because we haven't added but we are in the class, and it still doesn't work. That's great. I'm going to redo that and see why, because it should be there. And it will. Add a course. COP4870, 3030. Add a course. Alright. Enrollments. Add ourselves a student. We're going to name whatever. There he is. Okay. Courses. Inside this course. We're going to put him in. Turn. Okay. And now that we see our person and our class is right there. So now we can see it. Alrighty. And then when we want to click view assignment, we just have to go to our view assignment XAML. So it's right here. And that's where it takes us. So we want to click on that to our view assignment. Oop, we have no assignments in there because we keep reloading it. Great. Love it. I love it. Homework 1. And submit. And now our assignment's there. So, as you can see, it will show up. Alright. Return. I think I can actually just do away with that for now. I think I'm just going to show you the course services, and I think that's really the rest of it, really. So, create a list of courses. We don't actually ever use this because we are going to use our current. That's why we always say course serve.current. And it creates a new object if it's null. If we want to add a specific course, we just check if the course and code, if any of them are not in there. So it doesn't have duplicates. If we want to grab our modules, we just grab the first or default of any of the courses, and then we grab a new enumerable of module. We return the new modules if it's null. We return that. Getting our roster is just getting a new list of people inside our fake database, and we check to make sure that if this class is equal to this class. When we want to add it, we just check and make sure that the course that we selected is not null. If it is null, we create a new list of modules, and then we add our module. We're going to grab our assignment. We are just looping through the courses and saying, hey, where any assignment where the name is the same, then that's our assignment. And as long as it's not equal to null, then we can return the assignment. If it is, then we return null. So, just in case the name is messed up, that's why we have that. If we want to add a student into the course, we just say, hey, inside the courses, if the name is equal to the name, and if the roster is null, then we create a new list of rosters, then we add him into our roster as well as our student. So the student has him inside his own class when we add this guy into it. Okay, this is where our submissions, this is where I messed up because I don't know how to fix it. But anytime that this does run and this doesn't break automatically, it always returns false that I've noticed in all my testing. I don't know why it hasn't shown it in the video. All right, and then we just go into add our assignments. We're going to loop through, check this if our name. If our assignments is null, we create a new list and then we add it. Okay, just grabbing the name of the course, and as soon as we find the name, then we return it as a course object. All right, and if we're trying to remove a student, we try to remove it, and if it doesn't remove it, it just returns nothing. So should always remove it. Okay, if we want to grab our assignments for our course, then we just say, hey, wherever it is, where the name is equal to what we have placed in, return that as a course object, and then we just check to make sure the assignments is not empty. If it's empty, then we're going to return this enumerable.empty of assignments. And then we can just search through courses. This is where we use our queries. And listing courses as well. Relatively simple stuff. We can list our students, get a person by their ID, just checking in the person's ID. We can search for a student by their name. We can remove people just by going to our fake database and going to the people and then removing them. We can get classes for people. We can add a person. And then this is using our studentserve.current, returning a new student service if it's null. And then this right here is just returning students. Returning students. So this is all our code. I hope you enjoyed. And peace.